Hello you beautiful people, welcome back to another one of my videos. I'm Gengar, and in today's video we will be going over Season 1, Dawn of the Ice Age. We will be going over all the changes as well as what you should focus on to make sure that you get the most rewards and don't freeze in this season. Before I continue with the video, I just want to remind you that I also stream on Twitch at ImGengarrr with 3 R's, same as my username down below. I stream a variety of games, so you can always stop by and catch one of my streams. Also, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so that you don't miss any of my future videos. Now, let's get on with the rest of the video. Once Season 1 commences, you will notice that the map has transformed into a barren wasteland covered in ice. You will also notice that you and your guildmates have been transported to a random location. Every guild in the server will also have lost all of their shrines. The point of this season is to recapture shrines in order to stay warm and not freeze over. Once you capture a shrine, the surrounding area will become a lot warmer, so just keep in mind that the deeper you venture towards the middle of the map, the colder it becomes, increasing the chances of freezing. The higher level your generator, the higher level coal mines you're going to want to occupy, as a higher level generator demands more coal, which mines produce. Before I forget, I would also like to note that the new Palmon are made available for capture with the capture of each shrine, similar to like before the winter. Some of the pre-existing Palmon also become available in the hatchery. Speaking of new Palmon, this new season also introduces the new Mythic Palmon. A new Mythic Palmon is made available after a certain amount of days. The first of these Mythic Palmons is Glacewing, an incredibly strong addition to your account with the insane ability to freeze all enemy Palmon. Only way to acquire a Mythic Palmon is to summon for them and pray to RNGesus that you pull them. Once pulled, you will not accumulate any more tokens, and instead, you will get resources along with Evo shards for the Mythic Palmon. Pulling a Glacewing too early could make ascending the star level more difficult, so just keep that in mind. Also, you are unable to use Mythic Palmons for breeding. Each Mythic Palmon comes with the same traits, meaning you are unable to pass on these traits, unfortunately. Now, for you to actually summon the Mythic Palmons, you actually have to build this new building called Aurora Altar, which is here where you actually are able to even summon for these Mythic Palmons. If you want to take a look here, it actually tells you which of the Palmons come out and how long you actually have to wait to grab these. One thing to note is that there is a pity system. The way the pity system works is that every time you summon for a Mythic Palmon, you accumulate one affinity heart or affinity. If you do not pull the Mythic Palmon, your targeted Mythic Palmon, within 1200 summons or affinities or whatever you want to call it, once you build up that 1200 affinity bar, you are guaranteed that Palmon. And while we're on the topic of Mythic Palmons, there is a sort of like a battle pass that I highly recommend that you actually look into if you have the money to spend. It's called the Arctic Expedition. You will be able to accumulate a lot of these little Aurora Orbs. These Aurora Orbs are what is required for you to pull for this Mythic Palmon. So definitely recommend. It gives a lot of resources. It has high value. I definitely recommend that if you have the money, definitely go for it. Now going back to freezing and why it is something that you want to avoid whenever possible. A couple different things happen when you freeze or when you do not meet the necessary cold resistance. Let's go over freezing first. In this season, you will freeze once you hit -20 degrees. Once you reach this, you will see a timer on your camp indicating how long you have before you freeze. Once frozen, attackers will have to thaw you out first before being able to attack your camp directly. When frozen, you are unable to use the targeted teleport. You will also find that you are unable to initiate rallies. Your guild can help break you out of the ice. In the frozen state, all of your productivity buildings also freeze, putting a halt to your resource productivity. So it's very important that you actually try and avoid this whenever possible. Next, we will go over cold resistance. Wild Palmon and Bullymon included will become more difficult to beat during the winter. Before each battle, you will see the required cold resistance to fight a specific Palmon. If you do not meet the necessary cold resistance, your team will lose a percentage of battle power. So please keep this in mind. In order to increase cold resistance, your camp generator must be upgraded. The higher level your camp generator, the higher your cold resistance becomes. Which brings me to my next point, camp generators. Once you build your camp generator, it is important that you level it up. The necessary requirement for this are bricks. So just make sure that you actually upgrade and build as many of these brick kilns, which you can have 4 of at a time. You can also get the super brick kiln which I believe you can only unlock by purchasing. It just provides even more bricks than your standard one, so definitely something to keep in mind. Another thing as well is every time you upgrade your generator, it also opens up the possibility for you to receive amazing rewards depending on the milestone that you reach for that camp generator. Your camp generator also has other uses aside from offering cold resistance. The generator has a feature you can toggle on or off. You can set it to automatically turn on and go into overdrive during blizzards, which occur periodically, drastically dropping the surrounding temperature. So just make sure that this is enabled so you don't accidentally log on and find yourself frozen. Please keep in mind that switching to overdrive increases the amount of coal required to maintain that state. Another use and piece of advice I can offer is to ensure that your overdrive feature is on whenever you find yourself fighting on the turf of other servers. When you visit other servers, your temperature drops at a high rate. Setting your generator to overdrive can help slow this down. If you are willing to spend coal, you can also offer support to your guildmates by offering temporary warmth and vice versa. The next thing you will notice is the introduction of classes. There are two types of classes made available to you that offer different buffs based off of your choice. You are able to change this if you have the required item to do so. The two classes available are Builder and Fighter. If you are under level 25, I highly recommend that you go for this class as it offers insane benefits that can help speed up the process to level up your camp. If you find yourself close to the higher camp levels, Fighter is a great choice. Each class unlocks different buffs that can be upgraded with the necessary resources. You can gain these through shrine captures and beating bully bosses or bully mons. You are also able to reset the resources invested in case you are wanting to change the point distribution at any point, as long as you have the necessary item required. If you are interested in finding out what are the buffs that each class provide, all you have to do is hit class info, and it tells you right here. These I kind of just ignored. Instantly receive gold, lumber, steel, and electricity equal to 4 hours of your camp's output. I definitely recommend that you revisit these once you get high enough and have like expendable resources to put in here. I kind of just focused on the main ones, so like build. So again, you get even added building speed up, research as well. You also get these things called class skills, which you are able to activate similar to those trophy Palmons that you fight and capture, which you can use on cooldown. One of these being this one right here called Construction Aid. When you activate this, you are able to select one of your guildmates and you give them a 10% or 20% if you have it upgraded to the max level. So between 10 to 20% depending on where you have it at, but it gives a percentage boost to all of your speed ups. This does not affect your building speed similar to titles. Instead, again, this mainly focuses on the speed ups, so it just makes basically your speed ups either 10% more effective or 20% more effective. Similar to this one right here, which is the research aid, it's the opposite of the building one. When you want to activate your class skills, all you have to do is hit this little blue book on the top right, and right here you can see the cooldowns and as well as when you want to use them. One of the last things that I want to go over as well is the new Snowman event that becomes available on week 2. This event is great. Please be on top of it. It offers insane resources and it's fairly easy to actually like complete. This works similar to the way that your treasure hunt works as well, in the sense that you are able to trade specific I just got something. You are able to trade specific, I guess, decorations for your snowman amongst your guildmates. So again, definitely keep that in mind. It's definitely something that you need to be aware of. Once you are able to collect all the different pieces to decorate this snowman, you are able to build it, and it's actually kind of cool. They kind of just accumulate all around your camp, so it's kind of nice, kind of cute. But each time that you are able to actually build one, you get initial rewards for building it. So they similarly work like the little treasure chest, where there's a variety in, I guess, rarity for the snowman that offer, you know, varying rewards. One thing that I want to note is that there are little milestones as well. So if you're able to build 3, these are the rewards that you're able to get. When you build 5, this is what you're able to get. When you build 10, this is what you're able to get. And when you build 15, this is what you're able to get. 15 UR Palmon tokens is incredibly useful. Same with the Opus Pearls, and even same with just honestly getting even 2 Master Pal Catchers makes a big difference. So definitely aim for this to complete it as fast as possible. One thing that I want you guys to know is that this little bar right here, this little reward milestone stuff, it does reset after a certain amount of days. So if you find yourself completing this and you have enough to like build snowman again, I highly recommend that you hold off on it until this resets. That way it goes towards this and you can keep farming it for the remainder of the event. That's it for this video. If you made it until the very end, I really appreciate you guys, especially all those people that, you know, comment on my video. I keep saying this time and time again, but all of you guys that comment on my videos, everyone on my server, like server 55, big shout out to you guys. I'll always try and shout you guys out, but all of my guildmates that, you know, give me all these video ideas, all of the guildmates that come to me for questions, even though I am literally the least knowledgeable person when it comes to this game, but I think I'm really good at kind of relating to people that have little knowledge on the game, this being my first like war kind of game, but I think I'm really good at relating to you guys not knowing as much, with the fact that I also don't know as much, and I think I'm able to kind of try my best to, you know, get a really deep understanding of the things that I find confusing, that you guys find confusing, and kind of just put it out there. I'm like, hey, you know, this is what I learned, you know, this is what helped me, now let me help you. So yeah, again, I'm super thankful for everybody that's helping me out with all of this stuff, with the video ideas, with all the information, with all the commenting, with all the liking, with all the sharing, with all the corrections. So yeah, again, really appreciate you guys, especially if you made it towards the end of the video. Real quick, I did mention in the last video that I was going back to work. So I am doing that, and it is making videos incredibly difficult. So I'm doing my best to kind of balance everything. So again, I really appreciate your guys and like your guys' patience and understanding and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Please like, comment, subscribe if you don't want to miss any of my future videos. It means a lot, and I will catch you for the next video.